Exercise 4. This final exercise will show you the basics of using tables to aggregate, organize, and present data in meaningful and helpful ways. Think of it as harnessing the power of spreadsheets to help you slice and dice lots of data down to useful and meaningful chunks you can use to make better decisions. So let's get started. So the first thing you'll want to do is go to the Inforbix table app, and you can do so by clicking here on the upper left-hand side, the tables link. And you know you're there if you see Inforbix tables. The next thing you're going to do for this exercise is enter the particular SolidWorks part file extension. And in this case, it's PRT, SLD PRT. You hit search. And now Inforbix is going to create a table with different columns for all the product data access search results that you've started by entering this particular file extension. And you'll see down here that you have found, or Inforbix has found, 353 results for this particular file extension that are part of this data set. So the next thing I'd like for you to do is, because tables can be customized in some meaningful way to the user, I'd like for you then to choose the column. Now the column window is basically going to give you an opportunity to customize things a little bit. Everything on the left are the columns that you're currently seeing. Everything on the right are the attributes that you can use to create new columns. Now you're not going to be familiar with any of these particular attributes because this is not your data set. But as you become more familiar with this particular data set for this demo, you might want to play a little bit more around for it. But for the purposes of this exercise, you want to enter here on the filter the last saved date. And what Inforbix has done is it's narrowed down all these different attributes. So this is the one last saved date. I'd like to now just take it, drag it, and drop it. I'm going to place it next to the ID column. So when I hit OK, you'll note that now a new column called last saved date has been created. So this is a little closer to what I want. Now let's say that you want to take this one step further and create a scenario where out of the 353 results on your table, you want to know the last saved dates for all SolidWorks files in a particular folder, the Toolvice folder. So you'll go here to Show Filter, which is right next to the Choose Column. What this does is it shows the filters for each particular column. And on the file name, you'll enter Toolvice. And what this will do now is it's going to take all the file names that have Toolvice in it and basically tabulate it. This happened very fast. This actually happened. You'll notice now that you have found 16 results out of the 353. So now you're able to see and say, oh, this particular file was saved on this particular date and last saved by Jason, so on and so forth. And I will encourage you to go on and play with some of these filtering and see what you can sort of slice and dice. But finally, just to take this a little bit further, what I'd like for you to do is to save the particular results for this table. You might want to refer to it later on, share it with a colleague, or perhaps even just remind yourself what you did and perhaps look a little deeper into this table. So what you'll do is here on this, right above the filter and the choose column tabs, you'll see the save table as. So you'll click the save table as, and a little pop-up window will come up. I'm just going to delete the default name and add my own name, which is the Toolvice table. So I'm just going to save that. So what Inforbix has done now is to save that particular table. And let's go back to the home page. You can always do so by hitting Inforbix, the Inforbix logo. That'll guarantee to take you there. And you'll see that under Save Tables, you have the Toolvice table. That's exactly what you just saved. And if you click it, what Inforbix will do is it'll recreate that exact instance of the table that you last saved. And this will be very helpful. So I will encourage you to play around with all the different features. There's things here I haven't shown you. Play, become familiar with the data set. If at any time you run into trouble, here on the far right-hand side, you have the Contact Us. If you click that, a table will, or rather a pop-up window will come up. Fill it in. We'll be back to you immediately with help. Thank you.